I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am.
Can you wrap up, please?
Black excellence scares Donald Trump. It scares Stephen Miller, and it scares Elon Musk. Because you know what? Deep down, they recognize their own mediocrity. And so they're doing everything they can to entrench the racial wealth gap.
Crap machine's been smashed to pieces, and they don't have a mechanic with the tools to fix it. Nobody watches liberal media. Lawfare's dead. All the hoaxes have been debunked. But that's not going to stop Trump from penetrating the city lines. If illegals can't hide from Homan in Chicago, men can't sneak into girls' bathrooms in Massachusetts.
What's up, America? You know what really pisses me off? FEMA told all of America that they didn't have any money. They were broke. $0 to help the American people. It was a struggle to find $700 payments for the people of North Carolina, Tennessee, Maui, every other place. But then we find out that FEMA gave $50 million to hotels throughout New York City and other places, some of them costing $700 a night, $700 a night to house illegal immigrants here.
Liberals are getting upset, and Jesse ERS is just sitting back, making things worse. He's also revealing the truth about liberal media outlets like CNN, showing how their agenda doesn't make sense. Just watch how he uses their own videos to prove his point.
It's been smashed to pieces, and they don't have a mechanic with the tools to fix it. Nobody watches liberal media. Lawfare's dead. All the hoaxes have been debunked. Cancel culture's canceled, and the left can't censor you.
We are all willing to work with anyone who's serious about doing the work of censoring the American people and advancing progress.
Democrats lost their weapons. Their protests are lame. The only one getting giddy is Maddow.
At a Tesla dealership showroom thing in Manhattan. Sort of a big crowd turned out there with very good signage. This is a pretty good one. Bad Doge. I've been wondering if we should why do we say Doge, right? Like, why are we playing along with the joke and their framing of it? There's just as much of a case that we should be calling it Dog-E.
She actually laughing at this like it's a joke, or is she having a meltdown? If it's a joke, it's really hard to laugh at. Also, did you notice the sign she called a good sign? That's a pretty weak excuse to call it that.
Told us Democrats were getting aroused, but it turns out people are pissed. The top brass at the party's mad at liberal groups that keep calling congressional offices, telling them to fight harder. One Democrat answered the phone and said, just call the Republicans, please. Democrats have given up until the midterms. But Morning Joe isn't buying it.
I'm a bit frustrated when I hear about how helpless Democrats are because they're in the minority in the Senate, because they're in the minority in the House. I keep hearing about how poor Democrats are so helpless they can't do anything. No, they're elected, and they're elected to do just this. I mean, the minority in the United States Senate always has power.
Do people still watch leftist media? It's so boring that even if there was nothing else on, it would still be hard to sit through. Just look at how he breaks down the Democrats and their stories, showing that no one is even paying attention to them anymore.
No one's listening to Democrat leaders, so they're calling in their kids for backup. Tim Walz's daughter's on the front lines.
Signing an executive order that pertains to 1% of the population is not protecting women, and it's loser behavior. I have never felt unsafe around a trans person. I have felt unsafe around men. So maybe let's deal with that.
You feel unsafe around men? That's why Trump's keeping them out of your locker room. He's going to protect you, whether you like it or not.
Exactly. We need change. But I'm really confused as to why regular people support things like men being allowed in women's bathrooms or similar situations. I just don't understand it.
Of people that want to change that.
Black excellence scares Donald Trump. It scares Stephen Miller, and it scares Elon Musk. Because you know what? Deep down, they recognize their own mediocrity. And so they're doing everything they can to entrench the racial wealth gap.
People of this country are being violated because all of our privacy is being taken up by Elon Musk and Trump, and we don't know
what all they have on us. We don't know what all they have on us.
Here's something about race again. That's why I always say that for Democrats, everything seems to be about race and gender. They constantly frame every issue through that lens. And do you know what they're capable of? They manipulate people, including children, into thinking something dangerous is coming into their lives, which is just a total lie.
Normally I would say good evening, but through the chair I will only impart my sour grapes.
My name in drag is Dee Dee Delight. And my name out of drag is Dewey Cosgrove Atienza.
Laddie LaRouge, he, they, in drag, District 3.
My legal name is Olivia D'Ambrosio. My public name is Livy Scanlon. My wife and I own a home in the Canal District.
I speak as someone who is always misgendered, like all the time. People refer to me as sir when I prefer to be referred to as ma'am.
That's the new face of the resistance. The golden age put him in a dark place.
I'm shaking right now. I don't want to be here.
Please.
I'm sorry, am I taking too long pleading for my life?
I need the city to protect me because the federal government won't. And if you think you're afraid of Trump, you should see how afraid of Trump I am. You better prepare for trans people to make this a very unsafe space.
I do not want to be here. It's my day off. I don't want to spend an hour applying glitter on my face so that you will hear and see me.
Can you look at me and tell me how many of my friends need to die before you do anything?
Please wrap up.
Look at me!
Okay, we're all done here.
Pathetic!
We're all done. Come on.
And it wouldn't be a drag show without a musical number.
Oh my gosh.
Ha, I see what you're getting at. Sounds like you're about to drop some serious wisdom with that song. I'm all ears. What's the track?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me. Which side are you on? Which side are you on? We'll fight against Doge. We'll fight Elon Musk. No Elon scab within our walls. We'll fight from dawn to dusk. Oh.
Sounds like it's going to be a real showstopper. I'm all ears for this hilarious guy's take on these clowns. What's he saying?
All Democrats know how to do is swear, sue, and sing. Worcester saw all that and sided with the drag squad. It's now a trans sanctuary city. But that's not going to stop Trump from penetrating the city lines. If illegals can't hide from Homan in Chicago, men can't sneak into girls' bathrooms in Massachusetts. This is a desperate play. We're less than a month into Trump's presidency, and they're making new sanctuary cities.
I personally think we're on the right track to making America great again by taking down woke ideology once and for all. With people like Jesse Waters and Greg Gutfeld on Fox News, the woke left will finally get a taste of their own medicine.